Apparently, we live, baby. Oh, I'm looking crazy out here. Hold on a second. Lights, camera, action. See you get it in, get it in. We live from both Fabian perspective. Put it in perspective. What's the deal? You see the Einstein brain behind me, live and direct. Put it in perspective. Friendly fire from Santo Domingo to New York, direct flight. Lakers it was bad. The Lakers got spanked, really. They look worse than I expected. It was. I mean, LeBron teams start off typically bad, but the thing that's worrisome is, for me, the top things. Anthony Davis is no explosion, and he's the young superstar on the Lakers. He's the young superstar on the Lakers. You have to. That's the guy that LeBron has to rely on, and they both had good games, but this was bad. I mean, the Lakers throwing Russell Westbrook and Rondo were in the backcourt with Anthony Davis camping out at the 3-point line. It is horrible to watch. I don't think LeBron has ever had a team that was built around him correctly. Him being in charge of who's going to play with him, and that's never. It's just it never looks fluid. And today it was ugly. Ugly was the first game of the season. All right, cool, sure, but I didn't expect him to look good. No, but Golden State without Klay Thompson, without Wiseman, it never felt like they were out of the game. Even being down 10 in the second quarter, it never felt like they were out of the game ever. And the Lakers just weren't in sync, and they're gonna have to play defense. That's what they are built to play. That's their strength, is defense. It ain't really offense. The offense is gonna come and go. It's gonna be chippy offense, a high energy. That's what you got Rondo Westbrook for, and he doesn't look good. He doesn't look good, and with LeBron there, Westbrook can't shoot threes. He's not a great outside shooter. He's coming into the paint with this kind of mid-range, playing in the mid-range. It's no good. You're doing what LeBron does. He's basically going to play D Wade when D Wade is hurt. That's what Westbrook looks like when D Wade's Miami days, when LeBron was there. It was horrible to watch, beginning to end. It was a great win for Golden State. Steph Curry with a triple-double and shooting like 3 for 20. They just played their game no matter what. This guy, Buttigieg, whatever, Buttigieg from Golden State, never heard of him. Never heard of him before in my life. Shooting threes, daggers, just having fun. It was amazing. Let's see what Twitter has to say. Lakers, Warriors. Look at these comments. Steve Kerr says he didn't recognize the Warriors in the first half. I don't know what you're talking about, Steve Kerr. The NBA is back, though. NBA is back. I am hyped off that. Look at Poole in the second half. Amazing. Poole in the second half was amazing. At no point did I feel like Facts. G Mafia, what's going on, G Mafia? What did you feel about the game? At no point did I feel like the Lakers were scary or were amazing. There was nothing amazing about them. I don't know. I know it's the first game, but Brooklyn, same thing. They didn't look great, and Durant looked great. Durant looks great, but it's still a little passive. Of course, Kyrie's gonna come up. Going with the Brooklyn thing. Of course, Kyrie's gonna come up. But G Mafia, who's your team? G Mafia. What do? I click on you? He says facts. Same thing with them, but the Bucks. Everyone was making a big deal about the Nets, and rightfully so, especially with Kyrie going into the season. But once the whole, the vaccination controversy happened, which again, I don't disagree with Kyrie on his stance, but this is the problem when you don't have any built up credibility as a person. You go into this and your teammates look at you like, yeah, we ain't rocking with you. Same thing with Ben Simmons is even worse. So the Nets would have been the favorites with Kyrie, obviously. Without him, people doubt it. I think it's all about Harden. Harden didn't look good to me. Harden did not look good to me. That's going to be the be all end all for me. It's Harden. If he's playing well and he hits a stride, the Nets they'll play a different game. The engine goes with Harden. It ain't going to be anybody else. It ain't going to be Durant. Durant's going to score for you. He's going to provide that for you. But Harden is the one that dictates the pace of the game, because Durant's pace is only going to be scoring. He can be a black hole. He's a ball stopper. James Harden can be a ball stopper if he's on a team by himself. But when he has other superstars, he plays well. And I don't know if he's not in shape. I don't know if he's lingering from a lingering injury from last year. They just said they passed the deadline for him to be able to sign an extension, whatever kind of extension. He passes that over basically for the end of the year when he's going to be able to sign a bigger extension. And he ain't getting that if he keeps playing like this. He's the one that dictates the pace here. So what do you think? Westbrook gets traded by by January 1st? I'm giving him until New Year's. And LeBron is gonna go to the front office. He's gonna demand a trade as usual. That's what he does. Let GM. Somebody called him Let Team Hopper. They look bad, man. They look bad. You can point to the box score, right? LeBron James, 34 points, 5 fouls. Anthony Davis had no fouls. How? You didn't smack anybody? You know why? Because Anthony Davis was camping around at the 3-point line. Not even an offensive foul. They're the only players in double figures. Anthony Davis and LeBron James for the Lakers. Golden State, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players in double figures. Steph Curry ends up with a game high 21 or team high 21. Jordan Poole, 20 points. I don't watch preseason. I don't watch none of the summer stuff, man. I don't like to get fooled. And even game 1 is fool's gold. I'm not trying to go crazy, but there's no explosion. I don't see anybody being explosive on the Lakers. I'm trying to go for the overreaction. They're gonna trade Russell Westbrook by by the new year. He's gonna have to say bye-bye to home. He's from LA. The LA natives don't have to leave. Draymond Green with the oh so familiar triple single, which he hates to be called out on. But 5 turnovers for Draymond Green. Look, Steph has 4 turnovers, and that's always expected from a ball handler. So I guess I'll give Draymond a break with that. He's a ball handler, but that's an amazing decline from him because he doesn't even shoot threes well. Like he declined his skill level of shooting 3-pointers. Draymond Green has. Steph Curry with a triple-double, 21 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, which is I guess that's having a bad game, but he somehow still affected it. This guy right here, Bijlika, 15 points, hitting daggers. He was hitting daggers. Andre Iguodala had 12 points. Oh my God. In 2021. Whew. Jesus Louises. Awful. Just awful. 17 turnovers for the Lakers. 17 for the Warriors as well. They break even there. Rebounding 50 for Golden State, 45 for the Lakers. Anthony Davis, 7 free throws. LeBron, 6. That's about average. So, right, Steph Curry getting to the line 9 times, 9 for 9. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. He was creating points. He was 5 of 21, so 2 of 8 from 3. And Steph had an amazing year last year. Jesus Christ. But now on to local news. Kevin Durant, Brooklyn Nets, 32 points, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. James Harden had 20 points, 4 turnovers, 4 of 8 from 3. It was a decent game, but it was kind of pedestrian for him, for him with like his standards. Patty Mills, he played unbelievable, 7 of 7. You're not gonna get that every game, Patty Mills. You ain't getting 7 of 7 3-pointers from Patty Mills, 7 of 11 from the field. Not happening. So who's gonna be the third scorer for the Nets, especially in crunch time? Joe Harris has become Mr. No-Show. 3 of 5, 9 points. Has the league figured him out how to limit his shot taking? I don't know if my hater is on here. Joe Haley. I got a hater named Joe Haley or John Haley. He's amazing. He said all types of shit to me the other day. It was great. Jake, Big Jake, what's going on, Jake? How you feeling, man? Jake Rasul, what's up? I'm breaking down the Nets. I just broke down the Lakers getting beat down. They looked horrible. The Nets, listen, the Bucks played them well. They played them well last year. The Bucks played good offense and they played better defense. They're staying with you all game. The Nets can't stop nobody. Can't stop anybody. So if you can't stop anyone, what are you going to do against the Bucks? They were up 2-0 against the Bucks. People keep saying Kyrie got hurt whenever. Doing awesome. I watched it live. What'd you watch live? The Lakers or the Brooklyn game? Who were you going for? You a fan of either? Where you from, man? Big Jake, doing awesome. And Drew Holiday got hurt. That's what was scary for the Bucks. What they say happened to him? They say happened to my man Drew Holiday. Big Drew. I watched both live. And for the Warriors, no Clay, no Wiseman, and no Kuminga still win. We a God team. I hear that. That's what I was just finished saying. When Klay Thompson comes back, you can forget about it. And Wiseman, I like the Warriors, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I live in San Diego. The Braves won. Oh no, the Braves lost. I'm sorry, the Dodgers came back. That was crazy. Bellinger, his shoulders back to normal. He smacked that home run. I don't know. That was a high fastball too, and he still smacked it. Bellinger's back with a vengeance. A vengeance. No jokes. Dodgers came back. Mookie Betts hit a doubled in a run to take the lead over and beat the Braves. They looked like they were about to get swept for a second. Braves are my favorite team. I'm a Mets fan. I grew up with hating the Braves in the 90s. I hate Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine. They used to get calls in the playoffs. I'm disgusted with Greg Maddux. Chicago Greg Maddux was a legend. Braves Greg Maddux and Tom Glavine. I dislike the Dodgers. I thought the Dodgers were the best team in baseball. So for the Braves to be manhandling, the Braves were manhandling them. That was really impressive. And I did a video with Alex Antopoulos, the Braves general manager. He did a great job. Great job in the summer, reloading his team like that. Great job by Alex Antopoulos. We don't even have. We're on our second general manager. We're about to be on our third in in 9 months. Jake, how does that sound? This is Alex Antopoulos' third year with the Braves, doing amazing. And then you add Acuna. Acuna's gonna come back to this team next year. That's scary. That's scary. That's scary. That kid is like, I don't know. I don't know if you got to see that. I was comparing Acuna to like Mookie Betts, all around baseball player like that. To add to this team, Freddie Freeman is good, but Austin Riley, I had him in the MVP conversation, especially when you factor, the media's they put a lot of weight on the winning teams. What does that mean? HD head. What does that mean, sir or ma'am? I don't want to disrespect the new era. Yeah, but the Braves, they get there with Boston. Did Boston win tonight? I don't even know. Red Sox. I saw the Astros came back. Oh, Astros won. Series tied 2-2. My cat stepped on my phone. Do you have a cat, Anna? Is that your dog in the picture? I like your room, by the way, man. My room like this. The way you wrote that, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jake. That feels creepy. Oh, sorry to hear that about your dog, man. Sorry to hear that. I'm not. I love animals. Like I like them a lot. Um, I like cats a lot. At my job, we got cats in our yard to keep away the rats. Um, One of them is pregnant again, so they're about to have another litter. And yeah, I love them. You just, especially the older you get, the more I realize like why my grandmother loved watching like animal shows and shit. Just you just feel that peace about life, and you see them, and you realize like the way they react to the world is dope to see. But sorry to hear about your dog, man. I learned a valuable lesson. Yeah, the room I'm in now. I know what you meant. I just felt like it was creepy for you to say that out of nowhere. But um, I learned a valuable lesson about dogs with when the Michael Vick thing happened. And I don't know if you know Mike. I don't know how old you are, but when Michael Vick was basically locked up for having like a dog run. They killed a whole bunch of dogs. They were doing like dog fighting, and then he was a big time football player, and they locked him up for that. And he had like a dog fighting ring. and they ended up finding out a whole bunch of stuff that the way they killed the dogs was awful. But I never really had a connection with animals like that in terms of like, okay, because I felt like it happened all the time. Like dog fighting was normal, like cockfighting in the Caribbean, especially. I'm Dominican, so Dominicans, Puerto Rico, we do that. So that wasn't nothing. But then I had like coworkers. This one coworker, Shalia, shout out to Shalia, man. She had a dog named Spaz. Always talked to me about her dog. Always, every day, every time I spoke to her, she spoke about her dog. And one day she told me her dog died, and I couldn't believe it. She couldn't even be. She wasn't able to tell me. The tears just dropped down from her eyes, man. It was, and I felt it. I felt it at that point. So I always have I take that very, seriously. I don't joke around too much about animals like that because people are very close to them. Your dog died 3 weeks ago. Damn, by a car, 48 miles an hour. He had no chance, man. Shit, 25 years old. Yeah, nah. Damn, that dog right there was 25. That must be an old picture. He looked good for 25. So yeah, man, we just reacting to NBA coming back, man. It was dope. Steph Curry with a bad game, a bad triple double somehow. Oh, you're 25 years old. Okay. You just started out in this world, man. Good for you. I just got comfortable with this blogging thing, this YouTube thing. He died 5 months ago. He died at 5 months. Oh my God. Damn. It's a baby. Man, sorry to hear that, man. God bless. God bless. You're 25. I don't know. At 25, I think I just had my daughter. Yeah, 24, I had my daughter. I was turning 25. I still wasn't a leader. What the hell does that mean? I know where you live. I don't even want to tell you how I want to respond to that because they'll send me to jail for responding the way I want to. I know where you live. I think that would end in violence, Jake. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Westbrook woke up feeling dangerous, dropping 8 points. Yo, Cortez, Westbrook was horrible. Could you believe that backcourt, Rondo and Westbrook? That was some of the, and then they had Anthony Davis at the 3-point line. What was he doing? Vogel's the coach. He needs to get it together, man. Westbrook feeling dangerous, dropping 8 points, 4 of 13 from the field, and 6 turnovers. Why not? Westbrook looks crazy. Yo, Jake, you gotta chill out, man. What is this? Bro, I'm so sorry. My son stole a phone and said that he's only 6. You got your cat walking over your phone. You got your son taking your phone. Yo, put your foot down in your house, Jake. What's going on with you? You had a kid at 19? Jake Rasul. A kid at 19 is vicious, bro. That's a vicious life. I hope you got your bread up, man. Being broke and having kids is crazy. Being broke and young and having kids is nuts. Nuts. I hope you got a good job. Hope you're able to go to school or something, man. Ain't no jokes out here. Who knows what's going on in this world? I'll get political. Biden is out here trying to offer us what are they saying? Trying to go into our bank account if you deposit more than $600, $600 or more into your account. These guys are going crazy, man. And look at me just streaming away. I'm streaming live on YouTube like a moron. This is crazy, man. This Cortez left. Anyway, that's 25 minutes, man. I'm all over the place. You still you want to talk something about life, Jake? What do you expect at 6 years old? Uh-oh. Yeah, man, it's a lot of work. One son, one cat, one wife, one job. Graduated from San Diego State. And I don't like the vaccine, and I'm very Yo, let's get political, Jake. You ready? I wish I could invite you on here. What do you think? You said I don't like the vaccine. What don't you like about it? Because we could break this down. I got vaccinated. I got the Pfizer vaccine. At a certain point, I was calling people unvaccinated heathens, but I think that's unfair. I think it's unfair. It became unfair because, um, I like to debate. I like to learn, and one thing that they're not talking about is the antibody count. We don't speak about the antibody count and the spike protein count. And no matter how much you dig into the organic lifestyle and you're organic, that's cool. If you work out and you do all that, look at these top athletes. They said 99% of the NBA is now vaccinated. I just think at this point, at least half of us have been vaccinated. At least half of us have had COVID, right? So that means we have antibodies for the first and the second strain, which is Delta. They're saying there's more strains, but they're not going to be that much further out than what we have now. So maybe they can argue a booster shot, but even then I'm like, you have to prove, now go back and prove that if I had people hate when I compare it to the flu, but you have to prove that my antibodies just disappear like that. I gotta look more into the antibody lifespan. I have nothing wrong with it or people getting it or not. It's your body, your choice, but I'm neutral about it. I think your beliefs are true, and whatever you think is right, then it's right. I disagree with that. Look at Kyrie Irving, for example. I have heavily criticized Kyrie Irving always. I feel like him and Colin Kaepernick have kind of fallen onto these stances. And unlike Kaepernick, though, Kyrie always found himself in some sort of rebellious stance, no matter what it was. Flat Earth. We don't need a head coach for our team. He was just always against the grain for no apparent reason. So, it's hard to accept a guy like that when they have an opinion that strong about a subject this strong. Then it becomes like, bro, did you even do your research? Because you weren't even wearing a mask last year. Like, are you really wearing the right? Are you really practicing the right precautions? So it's just the fact that it's him that's involved. Because if you had somebody else who was clean cut, let's say Tim Tebow was doing all this, I think like someone like Tim Tebow gets more credibility because he doesn't really do anything wrong. You know what I mean? And he doesn't fight for no reason. He's always just like, yo, I'm just believing Jesus, man. I'm cool. You know what I mean? So I think that's the big deal. But I defended Kyrie Irving. About this stance. I call out the hypocritical Nets fans. I'm like, yo, this guy is the same guy that you asked to be on your team, that you were bragging on us about, ragging on us, saying that you were able to sign Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. I always said, congratulations. I never wanted that problem. Even if it cost us Kevin Durant, you can keep your championships because those are the crybaby brothers. All they ever do was cry and whine. Every team Durant was on, he was crying and whining. He left Golden State, crying and whining. That wasn't my team. That was Steph Curry's team. Whatever. So I didn't want them on my team. I'm a Knicks fan. For what reason? That's all right, man. Not everyone agrees with you. I just don't want to get it but if I'm forced to, then I will. But I'm neutral about this whole COVID thing. I'm not neutral. I don't like the mandate. Um, I think that's crazy. It should be up to business owners, but it gets with the NBA, it gets a little bit hypocritical because I have another short. If you're gonna watch one, I have a short. I'm probably gonna be repeating myself, but I talk about how the NBA and sports in general, you get reprimanded for ingesting anything, any supplements that are foreign and are banned. They're on the banned list. So how come you get reprimanded for that, but you're forcing me to take something that could possibly be banned? There might be a banned substance, and maybe they know the ins and outs of that vaccine, but they don't know the all of the repercussions of it for a year or two from now, or 10 years from now. All right, cool. Also, it's just the spirit of all of that, forcing me to take something that you don't know what's in it. You don't know what's in it. You don't know what it's gonna do to me or anyone. The NBA. That totally contradicts the PED ban substance, the PED stance. It just does. Like, that's crazy to me. But I try to be as objective that I could possibly be, and it's hard to do that nowadays, especially with this. Look, you write to me, you text to me, and I'm responding to it. It's hard for people to do that in real time, even though I just think we're being dishonest. Like, if you're a scumbag, go be an honest scumbag. Like, you can be an honest scumbag. You could. You really could. Not to say you are, Jake, but I'm not saying anyone who's unvaccinated is a scumbag either. But in this case, I gotta defend Kyrie. Like, he deserves the right to defend himself. But the Lakers have no defense. Who goes there? I see you, second viewer. Speak your mind. Speak your piece. We're talking, Nets trade Russ for Dame or Cole Anthony. Samurai, are you out of your mind? Dame is on Portland. You think Portland is taking on Dame Russell Westbrook? Did you see that trash heap of player this guy? And Westbrook is in great shape. Westbrook is in phenomenal shape. I wish I looked like Russell Westbrook. You see, this guy looks amazing. But I don't want him on my basketball team. I just think that some people need to stop protesting over it and make a choice. Get vaccinated or don't. It's your body. But I think be safe and do what you want, except don't cough on people. Yo, Jake, we agree about that. Move the hell on. You know what I mean? Leave us out of it. No, Steph is the best point guard in the league. Best point guard. Who are the top point guards in the league? I'm a little confused by what a point guard is nowadays. They're like the new centers. Like in the 90s and 80s, everyone had a big man, like a decent big man. Cleveland had I forgot my man's name on Cleveland. But everybody, Kevin Willis was on Atlanta. Um, Even Mark Eaton had like 10 blocks in the game for Utah. Brad Daugherty, that's who he played for Cleveland. Everyone had a decent big man. Fine, let's get Cole Anthony. Is he on Miami? Where's Cole Anthony now for Westbrook? You gonna make me Google this? Cole Anthony. Oh, Orlando. That's right. He's really good. Yeah, my bad, Samurai. He's good. You think Orlando's like the Lakers would have to eat half the salary, somehow find a third team and trade for draft picks. Yeah, he's in Orlando. Um, and Cole Anthony has a lot of swag. He has a lot of swagger to him. Um, You think point guard is the problem? I like the Kendrick Nunn move. I like the Kendrick Nunn move. And when Westbrook sat down, they had a run in the fourth quarter. Top 5 point guards: Chris Paul, Trae Young, Dame, Luka, Steph. See, I see that, and I don't see point guards besides Chris Paul. Luka's not. He's just a ball handler. Steph don't. He plays point. He has a high IQ. Steph has a high IQ. Trae Young has a good IQ. Chris Paul, he makes me nervous sometimes. Dame, I don't think Dame is a point guard, and I just think he's a smaller guard, and he's forced to play point a lot of times. Cole Anthony for Russ Westbrook. Make it happen, Lakers. Make it happen, Lakers. Who's their general manager? Not Kupchak. Was Kupchak? Mitch Kupchak? I don't know if he can make that happen. But we seen it with LeBron when he was on Cleveland, right? That was the last year when Kyrie traded. He got traded, and D Wade went over there, and D Wade still has something left in the tank because he went to Miami. He played decent. It's just tough for another ball dominant player to play alongside LeBron, and that was with D Wade left with something in the tank, and he still couldn't play alongside LeBron. When he was younger, they were able to pull it off, but it takes a lot because you're just stopping the flow of an offense. It's like soccer, and soccer too. You gotta move the ball around. How's your day been so far? You said you had a daughter too. What's up, man? My day went cool. Went to work. It was a decent day over there. Daughter was good. Family's good. Can't complain, man. I'm up doing a podcast or a live. Lakers winning it all. Is Lakers winning it all? I don't think so. Yo, Golden State with a healthy Clay, that's a different team, man. I was saying earlier, I wish them all the health in the world because you want to see the best at their best versus the best. You always want to see that. If it's a debate or if you're learning, you always want to, challenge yourself, right? That's why when you have a great teacher, you always kind of appreciate it, even in real time, even when you don't realize it. Because you ask them questions, you become curious. They pique your interest. So in sports, they pique each other's competitiveness, especially when they're great. And Golden State was doing that against the Lakers today. This looked really bad to me, Samurai. I don't know if you're a Lakers fan. You're not a Lakers fan. You came in here dropping bombs. There's no way you're a Lakers fan, Samurai. Must be a Golden State fan. Sorry, Samurai. I may be biased, but I got Golden State were mostly more complete. Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Draymond, Wiseman. That's stacked. No hate whatsoever, but Golden State has a slightly better bench, and we have more shooters. So you're a Golden State fan, Jake? Did I forget that already? I like the Warriors, and I'm from Atlanta. Oh, yeah, you're a Golden State fan. Yes. I've been a Lakers fan since 2001. I always tell the Kobe story when he first came to the league, we hated him because he was trying to be like Jordan. Like I compared D Wade to Jordan on Twitter earlier, and people don't understand what I'm saying. Like Kobe went out there and tried to like act like Jordan. Like he watched Jordan tapes and said, I'm gonna go out there and shoot a fadeaway like him, wag my tongue like him, all of that. But physically, he wasn't as strong as Jordan. He didn't have the big hands like Jordan and couldn't slash like Jordan. He was more finesse. And D Wade reminded me more of Jordan, especially younger. The way they cut to the basket, strong. But my Kobe story is always in 2001. Was actually the year, I think it was that year he played in the Philly All-Star game and they booed him. And I was with my shout out to Ryan, as my man Ryan. We were at his house when they booed Kobe. We were like, "Yo, that's stupid." Like we know it's Philly, but this guy's the only guy that looks like he cares out there. And then he had like 8 straight games with 40 points, and Phil Jackson asked him not to score another 40-point game because we had to feed the big fella Shaq, whatever. I remember seeing that, like, wait a minute, you could have scored another 40 if you wanted to. He ended up scoring 38 on the ninth game and just left it at that because he wanted to show them what he can do. Just very competitive. Like a guy like that is amazing. How you don't have the Lakers winning at all? They have LeBron James. Because LeBron is 37, about to be 37 this year. There's no explosion. There's no explosiveness. He used to be able to make up for that lack of like footwork skill set. Like I hate LeBron's finesse fadeaway. It leaves the opponents off the hook. His teammates are his defenders off the hook. He should be going hard body on all everybody. His post up game should be way better, but he does like that stupid fadeaway off one leg. I've been a Warriors fan since 2003, 7 years old. Wow. Why? Gilbert Arenas? Gotta hop off, man. I gotta tuck my son in bed and my cat needs to be fed. I'm gonna sub to you, and we'll talk more for sure next time. Yo, Jake, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for interacting. Have a good night. Be safe with the family. LeBron James is one of the best NBA players of all time. I have him as number 2 all time. I just had an argument online with on live, on the IG live with my man from uptown. I didn't get his name, but they would discuss it. I had LeBron in the top 2. And like, what do you think about Magic? I'm like, Magic's top 5. Probably have Shaq number 3. I believe in evolution. I believe in science. I believe science is the study of what exists and doesn't exist. And what exists is a big time evolution in us. Shaq was just disgusting. They changed the rules because of him. There's a zone defense in the league because of Shaq. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a great night. You too, Samurai. Sorry I got the Lakers winning it all because my homeboy, GOAT Mike, has them winning it all. Who the hell is GOAT Mike? Who is that? And why does his opinion sway your opinion? What the hell is going on, Samurai? Why are you saying that? I do listen to other people for like a point of view and see if if I can digest it, if it makes sense to me. But who is this Big Mike character? He's a YouTuber? I'm going to go search him. And if he ain't nothing like me, you can forget about it. He ain't telling you nothing. Because he told you that the Lakers were going to win before they even played a game this year. That makes zero sense. If you were telling me, let's say this was like an NBA bubble season or a shortened season, I would give the Lakers zero chance of winning because they would have to figure this out in such a short amount of time. You have a lot of players that do not fit together. You just don't. This is hard to figure out. This is not easy at all. I'm online right now. Look, this is not an easy thing. GOAT Mike is live now. I'm going to go on my phone and check out who the hell GOAT Mike is. Is that his YouTube name, GOAT Mike? I'm going to battle him. GOAT Mike, 798 subscribers. GOAT Mike, you're doing your thing, man. Oh, it's live right here. There he goes. Rondo and AD are fire. Lakers defense was trash. Your man Gold Mike is on here. That's the guy that said, what are his reasons? What is that guy's reasons? Sub to Gold Mike. Did you sub to me, Samurai? Tell Gold Mike to sub to me. I sub to him. I am his 799th subscriber. Tell Gold Mike that. That Fabian PerspecTV is his 799th subscriber. He has one more to go to get to 800. Amazing. I'm gonna wrap this up. Yes, I sub to you. Oh, my bad, Samurai. What do you like so far about me? Do you have any critiques? I'm very fair. I don't care if you critique me. I critique myself. I had one of the biggest haters ever. My first hater, I think his name is John Haley. He was talking to me crazy. He said, you need to quit. You need to quit. Nobody's interested in you. You're part of the cancer in this world. I was like, bro, is there anything that you got any advice for me? He goes, can't give any advice to garbage. I was like, yo, what kind of a miserable fool are you? You can't go around life doing that. Then he said, oh, you think I'm miserable because I don't like your podcast? I'm trying to do you a favor. So I said, bro, there's no need for that. I forgot what I told him. But I basically told him, listen, we're on the best. You awesome. You better than Ticket TV. Who the hell? Ticket TV? I heard of Ticket TV. Somebody just told me about him. Anyway, John Haley, my biggest hater ever, I got him to understand, look, I'm talking to Samurai Beast Warrior right now. I don't know who the hell you are. I don't know you from a hole in the wall, right? I don't know you from a ham sandwich, but we get to interact. We talk about, look, I know who Goat Mike is now. So we get to link up and talk to people all at the click of a button. You press live. This is like, I always repeat this. When in the history of human beings or the world did we ever have this point where we can just speak to each other like this? At the click of a button. I could talk to somebody in China. I could talk to somebody in Australia. So you got to take advantage of this. The world is changing. They're trying to, make every job into a robot job. Did you see that they got police dogs that shoot sniper rifles? The world is changing. This Star Wars shit is real. I'm getting my yogi on, man. Are you a Lakers fan? No, I am not. Ticket TV. Lakers get destroyed at home by Warriors. This guy, Ticket TV, looks a little angry, man. Looks a little angry. I'm not a Lakers fan. I like LeBron. I thought it would be them in Brooklyn before the season started. That was like a shoe-in for the championship. But the Bucks I also said the Bucks have to meet them in the Eastern Conference Finals because Philly's not getting any better. There's no way you get better if you're losing one of your best players. And the Nets played them well last year with Ben Simmons. So I never understood the Philly hype train anyway. But the Bucks played the Nets well. They were balanced. And out of the West, I'm watching Sacramento out West, but Golden State is such a sleeper team. Who you like in the NFL? I'm a Giants fan. And it's demoralizing what's going on with the Giants, bro. It's bad. I hated the general manager, Dave Gettleman. I hate him. Our coach Joe Judge. I thought he was decent. He ain't decent. It's horrible to watch. I was hyped off of Daniel Jones his rookie year, and Packers on my team. Oh, that's awesome. They had a great win on Sunday. Aaron Rodgers talking that smack. I own you. I own you to the Bears fans. I was hyped off Daniel Jones' rookie year, and then he started fumbling a lot. It reminded me of Dante Culpepper. He doesn't have the same arm as Culpepper, but he's mobile like him, and he can throw, but way too many turnovers for a quarterback, and it's demoralizing to watch because you can't make up for it. Like, we don't have an opportunistic enough defense. We don't have an opportunistic enough skill players. Our offensive line is maybe decent. And I'm not keeping up with that shit. I am not a Yankees fan. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Mets fan. We had a hell of a series, of a Subway series in September. That was amazing. Lindor came out and showed why he's a superstar. I want him to sign Baez. We got to steal Correa away from the Yankees. That guy wants to come to New York, unless he's just using us as a ploy to sign a better deal. Yankees is my team. Do you want to sign Correa from Houston? They tied 2-2 with Boston now, right, in the series. Atlanta looks good. I was telling that guy earlier. What's his name? Jake. I was telling Atlanta looked good. I did a video about the general manager, Alex Antopoulos. Yeah. Yes, you want Correa. Seems logical. What about Chris Bryant? Would you guys want Chris Bryant? He's decent defensively. But your third baseman is good defensively, right? He's just missing some pop. His offense is suspect. And who's your first baseman? Rizzo? I mean, I like the Yankees are scary with Judge and Stanton in the middle. These guys are scary. I don't care what anybody says. You don't need much to put around them. I'm rooting for the Dodgers. They're my second team. I'm guessing you're from California because you like the Lakers. But you're also a Packers fan and a Yankees fan. How the hell does that happen? How does that happen? Like, why not a 49ers fan or a Raiders fan? Chicago. You're from Chicago and you root for the Packers? Samurai, what the hell is wrong with you? That's like when my boy asked me, we went through that conundrum in the late 90s, early 2000s when Boston started being good again. And I found myself in a situation where I hated the Yankees so much growing up. They were boring as hell to me. And I grew up as a Mets fan. I fell in love with them because they were so exciting. I was too young to even realize what was going on in the 80s. By the time the 90s comes around, the Yankees are really good. After Griffey and Seattle knocked them out in 96, late 90s, the Yankees were, they were running this town. And Boston was starting to get good when they got Pedro. And I had my boy, he was telling me, he was a Red Sox fan when he wasn't a Mets fan. And I almost did it because I hated the Yankees that much at the time. But then I thought about it like, I would never vote for a Boston team. I'm a Giants fan. We snatched 2 Super Bowls from them, New England area. I ain't root for no Celtics. Why? How did you become a Packers fan? Are you a Brett Favre fan? Los Angeles Kings is my NHL team. The Kings? I don't know. If I had to root for somebody, I would be the Islanders. I used to root for the Rangers. The Rangers still haven't won? Did they win with Lundqvist? I don't even know. Well, they won in '94. Mark Messier. I forgot who our goalie was. Yes, Brett Favre made me a Packers fan. People kind of downplay Brett Favre because he's a Trump dude now. I personally don't care, even though he said some crazy shit about Colin Powell. Trump is a New York, He's a shit talking New Yorker. You know what I mean? But you can't do that. You can't be the president and say stuff like that. Just you gotta show some damn class, bro. Um, but Brett Favre was amazing. Um, and he's right. Like Madden used to get hyped off of him because it was fun to watch him and it made you have fun. And it's a lot like, right now in baseball, you got a lot more people celebrating. And what you see in baseball now is like, and I live in New York, so if you go uptown to the Heights or in the Heights, you see Dominicans playing baseball. That shit is like a party. They're blasting music, they're dancing, they're celebrating the same way. You see it in Major League Baseball now, and Brett Favre was basically like that in football. Like he was reacting the way anyone would react off of any play. He was laughing. He was kind of a glitch out there, sort of. He played within the boundaries, but he was like a diva wide receiver. Um, I think Rodgers is better than him though. He's better than him though. Who's your NBA team? I am a New York Knicks fan. We have a top 5 administration, front office. Nobody's talking about it, and that's fine. Top 10, possibly top 5 coach in the league. Can't wait for tomorrow night. We play the Celtics. Well, I'm trying to figure out, like, why are they bad if everyone's so big on Tatum? You know what I mean? And Jaylen Brown seems to have more not upside, but he's been playing better. I'm not sure if either one of them are number one. But it may be a thing where what I was saying earlier, like LeBron in Miami didn't fit with D Wade. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum might not fit together. They might not fit together. You need something to break that. One of them has to play the post and then the other guy play the perimeter. And they can't do that because they're both basically small forwards. Them getting tired. Yo, Big Samurai, man. Beast Warrior. I appreciate the love. You're a beast for that, for real. Um, I'm gonna go get going. I don't know who else is on here, Big Samurai, but there's somebody in here. They're watching us. They're not showing their face. Thanks for tuning in. I didn't think anybody would tune in. I had like 10 of you guys. This is amazing. Be easy. Lakers get it together, or they're trading half the team by January. Get home safe if you're not home. If you're home, drink a little bit, rub your wife's butt. and call it a night. Till next time, live and direct, flight from SDQ to JFK. Who's your favorite wrestler? All time? Shit, man. Don't get me stuck on that. HBK is up there. All time favorite is Scott Hall because he changed the game. He introduced well, I don't say what Ric Flair was doing, but he was the original anti-hero in the mid-90s. He was acting out his Scarface role for Vince McMahon, and Dabisco, what's his name? Dabisco. I think he passed away. This guy. They used to hang out with Vince McMahon. But Scott Hall was he did an impersonation of Scarface, and they had never watched Scarface before, so he thought it was original. So he ran with it, and that's how he got signed to the WWF. But I guess because he was impersonating a Cuban dude, I actually thought he was Spanish growing up. Hilarious. Then he was NWO, and they were the outsiders. They was perfect rebels up my alley. But HBK is up there. The most popular guys, I guess, like Bret Hart, but HBK, The Rock, Stone Cold, all those guys are my favorite. That's my favorite wrestler. Hey yo, hey yo, it was amazing. Hulk Hogan was amazing too. I don't know why the Iron Sheik hates him so much. I forgot why, but that's hilarious. Disappointed in when he got caught on tape. Boy, was that disappointing. Everyone that broke my heart. That really did. Hulk Hogan broke my heart, man. Badly. Hey, yo, Samurai. I gotta run. You can't see it, but my eyes are feeling heavy. Yo, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, brother.